I got you looking for a flame at the day you don't want me around. That's a shame. I had fun at the funk rock show. I like to watch the kids rock and roll. I got no time to waste. I know we're late again by the look on her face. I gotta say I'm sorry. You should have seen that party. This is where I'm now. I ain't turning around. So listen up when I'm talking. Let's get this body rocking like we used to. Nobody rocks me like you do. We had 6, so coming back is 5. You better learn a lot quick before it all just dies. I couldn't tell you what else was. Crossing fingers on the final word. The up or down, there's no change, and now we know there's something going here to get it back. Baby, get this motor running. Head out on the highway. This is where I'm now. I'm turning around. So listen up when I'm talking. Let's get this body rocking like we used to. Nobody rocks me like you do. I got you looking for a flame at the dame. You don't want me around. That's a shame. I had fun at the basement show. I love to watch the punks rock and roll.
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. That was City Mouse with Olympic.
Yes, check them out at citymousepunk.com or on Facebook at citymousepunk for merchandise details, tour dates, album, and more. So definitely go check them out.
Oh yeah. Hey, their songs are short and sweet. I like them.
It's good old-fashioned punk rock.
Yeah, like it's not something that's like 4 minutes long. And you're like, all right, let's get to the end.
Right, like 2 songs rolled into one.
Hey, real quick before we get the show started, Brad Bell's already commented, said, "Can you guys get a Slayer to sponsor a track here?"
Yes, I can actually tell you. Give me just 1 second here. Slayer, and we'll have both Slayer and Anthrax on September 4th.
There you go, Brad. Be ready to rock.
June's actually June is a great month. We got just band after awesome band coming up. It's going to be awesome.
Well, we like rocking out here on Davenports On Sports.
That's right. Speaking of rocking out, LeBron James is rocking out in the finals for the 8th straight year.
Yeah. Here's the thing. That whole Jordan comparison thing, it's got to be. I mean, the dude's so dominant, especially in the finals.
Yeah, I mean, I hate the comparison thing because there's been so many that any good player that's come after Jordan's always like, man, is he as good as Jordan? But I think Michael Jordan was the first Michael Jordan, and I think LeBron James is the first LeBron James, and I think he stands alone just like everybody else. Like Larry Bird stands alone, and Kobe and Magic and all of them, I think, have their own. There'll never be another Isaiah Thomas, not the Detroit Piston, Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, I'm just looking here. He's a 14 times All-Star, which obviously makes sense, right?
Sure,
I mean,
that's like a popularity vote nowadays.
Sure. Now he's a 3 times Finals MVP,
which is right. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, the dude performs well in the finals.
He gets there, that's for sure. He's only gotten 3 rings, so I mean, I say only, but
sure.
He's been in the finals 8 years in a row, and I think he's been one other year in like 2007, maybe, and then. So I mean, that's 9 times. So he's only winning a third of his NBA Finals appearances.
Okay, let me rephrase this then. He's good at getting to the finals.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But for the Cavs organization, he's pretty much all they ever had.
Yeah, potentially all they will ever have now.
The only other time they even won a division was in 1976. That's the only time the Cleveland Cavaliers ever won their division. Every other conference title, division titles come with LeBron James on the team.
Really? Man. So he was the savior for that franchise.
Absolutely.
Let's just hope he don't screw him over again. Which is he screwing him over? I mean, he's brought him the success. You know, it's what it is.
Hey, actually watching the games, I think both of these teams are getting really fatigued.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, you're just coming out of a 7-game series on each side.
It's just I don't know, just seems like watching both teams, the fatigue setting in, and now Andre Iguodala is going to be out at least game 1 for the Warriors, and he's going to be reevaluated for game 2. And then you got Kevin Love, who seems to be getting a little more knocked up.
Okay, there's Seth Rogen. Hey, so going into this, Iguodala's down. Not going to be in game 1. What are you putting the Cavs at? I mean, I'm hearing like Vegas is saying they're what is it? The Warriors are a minus 1,000, which means for you to get $100 in return, you have to bet 1,000.
It's almost got to be a push. It's got to be a push at this point for me. But I mean, game 1's going to be in Golden State, so I mean, I got to lean towards them, right?
Well, I don't know if that was the game for game 1 or the series. I'll have to look, but I'm thinking it's just game 1.
So Vegas is picking Golden State?
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're the clear.
I would say so. You got to pick. I think you got to pick. Go with the home team for game 1.
Sure. Yeah, especially the Warriors.
Yeah, I think it's all gonna. A few years ago, it was just the opposite. We were talking about Steph Curry and how well he's got to play. I think the series is going to rest on Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant as far as the Warriors go. I don't think Curry's healthy, and everybody just looks so exhausted, these teams. It's crazy.
Well, again, I mean, you're coming off of a 7-game series with Houston. You're coming off a 7-game series with the Celtics. Celtics was a tough one.
Yeah, the Celtics showed that they needed Kyrie Irving out there. Obviously, with Kyrie Irving, that series might not have even gone 7 games. They might have got them done. They might have got the Cavs out of there in 5.
Yeah, next year will be very interesting in the East, especially with what happens with LeBron if he stays or goes. Because if he stays, Celtics are going to be the top contenders going in, even with the Cavs having that ring if they win it.
Absolutely, I totally agree. I don't know if LeBron goes west. Obviously, the Celtics got to be the number 1 contender.
Now, they were talking about, I guess Eric Gordon's going to be a free agent this coming year. There's a lot of push for him maybe to come to Indianapolis, play with Oladipo and stuff like that, because the Pacers need a shooter. If they were to get someone like that to come and play with these guys, I mean, that has to move up their stock a little bit.
Yeah, I like Eric Gordon. I not off the top of my head, but he's actually undersized for a 2 guard. I think Eric Gordon's only 6'2". He went to IU. I don't know. I kind of like it. I think the Pacers need a big guy, but I mean, obviously, if you could add anybody like Eric Gordon, I take him for sure.
Yeah, we'll definitely see this offseason because the Pacers need something, especially even if LeBron heads west, you still got the Celtics. The Celtics aren't going anywhere.
Right. I'm trying to see. I think, man, that would make like our 1 and 2 guards really small. Like I know Darren Collison's not Darren Collison is 6 foot, which is okay for a point guard. That's not crazy. Okay, I was wrong. Eric Gordon is 6'4".
Oh, okay, Mr. Basketball Guru.
Well, I could have swore when he was in college he was 6'2".
Sure.
Grew.
It's the tennis shoes. They wear extra padding. You're kind of the basketball guy, so I'm going to ask a legitimate question here. How successful can a small guard team be?
Oh, in this day and age, great. It's perfect. I mean, look at the Warriors.
Sure.
And even like the Celtics, they played some small ball. But yeah, I think that's the way of the league as of right now. It's small ball's the way to go.
So what are you giving the series? Golden State or Cavs, and how many?
Oh man. I think both teams are pretty thin on the bench. But if I had to give it to anybody, I think the fatigue is going to hit the Cavs worse. So I'd probably have to go right now, Warriors in 7. I think it's going 7. I think the fatigue is finally going to set in, and the frustration from everything all year, all the rumors about LeBron, I think it's finally going to take its toll on the Cavs. And then with Klay Thompson and Durant, 2 fucking young bucks. So who you got?
The way LeBron's playing, you got to go Cavs, but look, you got to go Warriors. But with how LeBron is playing, he's on a mission.
So I mean, obviously he stays if he wins, right?
Yeah, but I guess for him, he's got to look at longevity. Maybe I see what you're saying. I'm not arguing that at all. But it's kind of in the back of my head. He's like, could any of these players on the Cavs team really make a starter spot on any other team? I mean, Love maybe.
I think so. I don't think that's the question. I think they've got solid players.
So if I know you have a love relationship with James Harden. If he had a chance to say go to Houston and play with Chris Paul and Harden, do you think he would take it?
I think Chris Paul's washed up. I don't think he can stay healthy. He's hit a point in his career, and we've seen James Harden left a good situation in Oklahoma City with Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook. He could have stayed there, and they would have been the Warriors if they would have stayed. But
Sure.
I wouldn't join the Rock. Chris Paul's not enough for me to want to go to Houston. Chris Paul's got to be looking to retirement almost. His injuries are taking a toll on him, and he's not the player he once was. I think Cleveland. I mean, honestly, I don't think they're horrible. Their roster, especially if the people talk about him going to LA or something. I mean, obviously that's a downgrade for sure.
Oh, without a doubt.
So that's why I've never really understood it. I mean, of course we'd all want to be in LA, but as of right now, in this point in his career, you think he's got to go somewhere where he's got a really good player with him.
Sure.
And I don't think Love is the guy anymore.
Hey, Brad's kind of going crazy on our comment section. He says if LeBron scores 40 a night every game, the Cavs can win the series. That won't happen. He's saying Warriors are going to cruise in 5. I'm going to send you a message, Brad. Call in the show. I want you and Brandon to talk about this for a few.
I've already said my piece.
I know.
Convince me. So, I mean, That's everybody's got an opinion. I don't see why couldn't LeBron score 40 a night.
Oh, he could, without a
Definitely
doubt.
going to be high scoring games, but like I said, fatigue is just going to. I think fatigue is just going to wear on these guys.
Well,
But the Warriors are thin. For the Warriors' last championship teams, this has definitely got the. They were way deeper in the prior years.
there he is. Let's see if he can convince you.
You're right.
Hey, what's up, Brad? You're on.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Come on, buddy.
Good.
Last year, every time LeBron came out of the finals, in a minute, the Warriors would rattle off like a, 6-point run, 8-point run, and that was with Kyrie. So I don't see any way the Cavs can win this without LeBron just playing out of his mind.
Right. I agree.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to call in, Brad, kind of say your piece.
Yeah.
But the thing is, LeBron, he could, but what are the odds? I mean,
Yeah.
Can he light him up every night like that?
I don't think so. I mean, his off nights are like 28 points, but he just doesn't have the help, I don't believe, this year. So
Yeah.
I don't think it's possible. If he wins the series, if the Cavs win the series, it would probably be the biggest upset in NBA Finals history.
Sure.
If they win, does LeBron stay in Cleveland? If the Cavs win the finals?
I could see that happening. I kind of think he's gone though. I think he's gonna head elsewhere. But side note, I think LeBron, his teams have only been a favorite in the finals twice, maybe 3 times.
Really?
So they would have been a favorite against Dallas and OKC, and maybe against one of those Spurs teams, but I'm not sure about that. But according to Vegas, he's probably only been a favorite like 3 times out of his 9 trips. So, so he's had he gone like 3-1 in Miami in the finals, I think people think a little bit differently about his finals resume, but that didn't happen because they lost to the Mavericks.
Yeah, I forgot. They were like pretty much guaranteed to win against the Mavericks, and that backfired big time on them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey, thanks, Brad, for calling in. Like I said, wanted to kind of hear what you had to say, man.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
Hey, thanks, buddy. LeBron's gonna go play with the Ball family. I'm saying it now. Without a doubt, he's gonna go there. That, or I could see him maybe going to Charlotte.
Bad Charlotte. Dude, the 2011 finals where Dallas beat the Heat, Dallas won in 6 games, man.
Yeah. Like, it was a huge shocker.
And that was not LeBron and Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh's fault. That was Eric Spoelstra, man. The whip came down on that guy big time.
Oh, God, yeah.
That was like, man, if we only had a coach.
Yeah, but they were. I mean, when he went to, South Beach to take his talents there, they were pretty much already, everybody, ESPN, everybody, yeah, we're giving him he's got the title in his hand. Go on and give it to him.
Not 1, not 2.
Not 3, yeah, not 4. Oh, how many did they get out of there? Like 3, I think 2?
I want to say 2. Yeah, because he's a 3-time champ. He got 2 in Miami and 1 in Cleveland. Which is crazy to think, really. That's insane. Could you imagine any other athlete getting to the championship 9 times and only winning 3? I mean, I guess Jerry West back in the day with the Lakers, but man, he ran into the Celtics every year.
Sure. Well, look at Brady. I mean, he goes almost every year.
How many times he's won? What, 5 Super Bowls?
Oh man,
5, and he's been there like 8 times or something like that.
I'm looking right now. He has, let's see, he has 5.
Right. I think he's
So,
been there like 8 or 9 times. He's been beaten. He's been beat twice by the Giants, once by the Eagles, and I might be missing one.
I'm looking, stand by.
That sounds about right though.
Over his career, Brady's won 5 Super Fours. It don't really give anything. I want to say
like
Zay.
if you go to Wikipedia, it'll tell how many times like the Patriots have won the conference.
Wikipedia will tell you anything.
It'll give you something here.
I went to Wikipedia the other day, put in Davenports Sports Network. You know what it came up?
What's that?
The sports world version of Alex Jones.
Since they've been 8 times, so he's 5. Yeah, that's right. I was right. He's won 5. He's been there 8 times because the 2 losses to Eli, and then the Eagles.
Okay, apples to oranges here. All right. Who's the better athlete, Tom Brady or LeBron, per their Super Bowl?
Well, I mean, obviously, if I say athlete, I'd probably have to go LeBron James. I mean, obviously, I don't think. Here's the deal. I think LeBron James could go out and play wide receiver or quarterback or tight end or running back. But could Tom Brady go and play small forward or shooting guard in the NBA? Probably not.
Okay, let me twist this around. What's harder to get to, the Super Bowl or an NBA Finals?
I wouldn't have any idea. I would obviously think the NBA Finals. You got 82 game season, 7 game series, and in football you play 16 games in 17 weeks, and if you're the best team, you might only play 3 games to get to be in the Super Bowl. 2 games in Super Bowl.
All right, it was just it was a question.
Okay, well, you got to win more consistently, obviously.
Sure.
What's it take to get to the Super Bowl? Counting regular season wins and playoff wins, how many times would you have to win? Maybe 13, 14 games, maybe 15.
Yeah.
In the NBA, you're looking at probably the champion this year might win close to 80 games. So, yeah, I would say just like baseball. Obviously, you have to win more consistently.
Sure.
So, I mean that's just by the numbers. I would think it would be harder.
You were looking up something, weren't you?
No.
Okay, I thought you were. All right, well let's switch some gears here. All right. Speaking of switching gears, Indianapolis 500 just happened over last weekend.
Dude, was it hot? Was it hot there while it was going on?
Yeah, it was. It's
always so hot.
I've went one year where it was somewhat cold. It was, and I don't want to use the word cold because it's far from cold, but it was a colder, and it's just miserable. If you sit in the stands, you're baking right next to people. If you sit in the field, you're sitting there baking next to people. It's miserable. You got to stay hydrated with Pabst or Miller Lite or something along those lines.
Yeah, definitely booze.
Yeah, it just flows there.
Honestly, I actually didn't watch the race. This is the first time in a really long time. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I didn't get back early enough to watch it, but here's the thing. Like, NASCAR has their Daytona, and then everybody follows, throughout the year. It's almost like the Indianapolis 500 is its own thing. Like, it could just be one race a year and be fine.
Yeah, I seen like an advertisement today for the next race, and it's like, well, obviously, I'm not going to watch that.
Yeah. It just, there's so much history here in Indianapolis over in Speedway that it draws the attention from everybody.
So, who won the race?
I'm gonna have to look here. I think I think Will Power. He won the race.
Yeah, like perseverance, toughness, persistence.
No. The guy's name's Will Power.
It took willpower for sure.
No. The guy's name was Will Power. It's not a metaphor.
Right, like Mr. Backbone, Mr. Persistence, Mr. Grit. He won.
Willpower. Willpower won the race.
The man.
The man. His name was Will Power. William Power. Not no metaphor.
Austin's brother.
Yes.
Awesome. I feel really bad I didn't watch the race.
Yeah. The thing is, here's what I hate. It starts at 12 something. And they don't show it here locally till like 3:30, till way after the race.
Yeah, we would always have to listen to it on the radio if we weren't there.
But here's the crazy part. You could tune into Illinois channel right across the border, and they have it live.
Can you still not buy beer in Indiana on Sunday?
You can buy beer now on Sunday.
Because I remember we used to have to drive to Illinois just to buy beer.
Yeah, you can buy it, but it's only from like noon to like 8.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so they were like, yeah, you could drink, but not all day.
You better get it while the getting's good.
Yeah, so, you know, I'll take it, because usually I'm not up till about noon anyways on a Sunday.
Hey, some quick basketball notes. I don't know if you've seen it, but Carson Edwards is going to return to Purdue.
I was going to bring it up, but go ahead.
And then Charles Matthews is going to return to Michigan too. So that's two pretty big players. So that's good. None of us thought he was going to go, but
it's one of them things where it's like, you know, the field's so, I mean, it's a strong draft this year. Come back to Purdue, come back to Michigan, dominate this year, be the key factor, and then your stock will move up.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt Carson Edwards is going to be the standout basketball player for Purdue. He damn near was this year, really.
Yeah, I mean, come back, get one more year, and what's it going to hurt? Nothing, unless he bombs this year, of course. Just don't get any herpes or anything.
Right. Get the hardwood wipes. I was trying to see. Brad Bell said that Wilt Chamberlain probably lost a ton to Russell, and I don't think he did. I know right off the bat he lost at least 2 to Russell, to Bill Russell, because he lost one with the Lakers and one of Russell's last season. I know he won one with the 76ers, but I'm not sure. I think most of the time Bill Russell's victim was probably Jerry West or Elgin Baylor. I probably have to lean towards West, but I can't find a definitive answer.
Well, I tell you what, let's open up the phone lines. Let's get some calls in.
Because believe it or not, Wilt Chamberlain only won 2 titles.
That's crazy to think, isn't it?
Yeah, it was just such a tough. I was just dominant. Russell won 11. He played 14 seasons, I think, or 13. And that's all of those, all Chamberlain. I think Jerry West only won 1. That's just, it's absurd to think.
Yeah, so because now you got to go back and think, well, you know, like Kobe and they've won more titles than these guys.
Yeah, some of them combined. Yeah, Jerry West only won the 1972 title with LA when they were what did they finish, like 69-13 or something like that. But yeah, I mean, if to somebody who doesn't know basketball and you would say Wilt Chamberlain, how many championships does he have? He's going to say 4, 5. But 2 is just Russell. Russell always had the better teams, man.
I figured Will had at least 4.
Yeah, it's crazy. But like I said, Chamberlain, he had Kuzi, fucking Tom Heinsohn, fucking Havlicek. I mean, this guy Sam Jones. He had just had better teams than Wilt did, I think, overall.
It just it's crazy to think.
Dude, I think if anybody's following the page, hopefully you are. We're having some of our polls are doing pretty well.
Yes, the Demolition and Legion of Doom one is doing pretty hot.
Yeah, I was surprised. You never know when you post something what it's going to do, and there it was. Yeah, and what's weird is when I was growing up, I was a big Road Warriors fan, Legion of Doom fan, and it seemed like everybody back then thought Demolition was better because I think Demolition had the better WWE career, but the Road Warriors I think had the better through NWA and in Chicago and everything. I think they had the better career overall. But who was your favorite?
Favorite tag team?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, sure.
Oh man, that's
like growing up.
I always went Legion of Doom. I like newer like as I got older, I love the New Age Outlaws.
They're pretty underrated, actually. I think.
Oh, I agree. I always like Road Dogg Jesse James,
Mr. Ass, dude.
but I mean, if you're gonna go old school, you got to look at like the Bushwhackers even.
They were let me think how to put this. They were very entertaining, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
From a kid's perspective, you know what I mean? That's where it came to the entertainment. As I got older, you know what I mean? You judge the wrestling. At least I felt.
Right. Yeah, well, I mean, like Edge and Christian were underrated. The Hart Foundation.
I always felt the Hardys were very underrated. I felt Jeff Hardy was. I think Jeff Hardy was the better of the two.
I think so. I think you're right. And he's the one that kind of squandered his career the most, it seemed like.
Did you ever see that TNA match with him and Sting?
Yes.
It is.
I didn't watch it live, but I've since watched it on YouTube.
It's bad.
It's really embarrassing, dude. If you want to see a really bad one, Scott Hall was supposed to show up. It was like an independent show. It's actually tough to watch. He's like really fucked up. He can barely stand.
Really?
Yeah, I watched the Razor Ramon documentary or whatever. I don't know if it's documentary. It was on WWE Network, just like his story, and it was pretty sad. Did you like the British Bulldogs?
I mean,
were they before your time a little bit?
No, I remember him. I mean, because I remember, Hogan was still in the WWE, I believe, when I really started watching it. And then, it kind of faded away. Then when, like, Shawn Michaels and the whole DX thing, it kind of brought me back in.
I liked the Dynamite Kid and Davey Boy Smith, but like, I don't think they really got their due. But like some of the greatest, like the Wild Samoans and stuff, they were way before my time.
Now,
Blackjacks, the Von Erichs. I liked Kerry Von Erich, but I just knew him as Texas Tornado. I didn't really get to see a lot of the Von Erichs play. or wrestle.
You know what's crazy? You always think of wrestlers being like these hillbilly, hill jacks. You know what I mean? Your lower class. It's like Glenn Jacobs, Kane. He's running for office down in Tennessee. I think he won his primary.
I read an article it's been a few weeks, but it said that he's pretty much all but got it like wrapped up. And I was like, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I guess he has like a economics degree and a degree in politics. I mean, it's just crazy to think.
He's definitely going to be the ugliest mayor or whatever.
Should they make him wear a mask?
Right. Are they going to show? If I was like running against him, wouldn't you show like when like Triple H banged the dead corpse and stuff? You would like, wouldn't you just use everything to slander him that he's ever done in the WWE?
Yeah, but well, okay. Give me some examples on how you slander Kane. I got to hear this because I'm thinking of stuff that, or I'm not thinking of stuff that you are.
Oh, I'm thinking that he got suspended for like 6 months for steroid use once. He failed a drug test. So I would totally use that he's probably going to come and murder your family, Chris Benoit style. And then I would just use it as like, you really want this guy? Would you want this man? And I'd show him like electrocuting Shane McMahon's balls or something.
But didn't he like, quote unquote, rape Lita or something? Well, wasn't that him?
There
and her?
was something going on there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. You could totally use stuff.
That's why you'll never see Vince McMahon running for political office.
No, wait, didn't Linda McMahon run and was something for a while somewhere? Or?
No, she ran and lost she ran for Senate in Connecticut, or it might have been governor. And she lost. Then Trump got in, and he made her the head of small business.
That's great. Well, Jesse Ventura.
Yeah.
The body he got in.
You just got to think that these guys that are running for office that have wrestled, that stuff's got to come out. I mean, there's got to be a sex scandal, right?
You know, I don't know. And hey, Kevin Johnson, the old, what is that? Old. That's going to make me sound old. He used to play for the Suns back in the 90s. But I think he was mayor of Sacramento, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, okay, here it is. He was the 55th mayor of Sacramento, California. Elected in 2008 and reelected in 2012, Kevin Johnson, KJ. So it's not out of the realm for these guys, I guess.
Okay. There's talks about Dwayne Johnson running for president come 2020. Who would you have as a former wrestler run for the mayor of your hometown?
Oh, man. Well, if he's still alive, Ravishing Rick Rude, but that can't be. Damn it. I would want him to come to the podium and be like, listen, all you fat, overweight Holland hoes. Like, that would be great. That would be tough. Probably Mick Foley.
God damn it, yes. That's who I was going with. Could you imagine? He would do like a fucking suplex off the bridge.
Dude, he's like doing, I don't want to say he's doing stand-up, but he's been touring doing like stories, I guess you could say. Yeah. And I know a couple people that went and they said he was actually really funny.
Really?
But I've noticed a lot of the wrestlers are doing that now. Like, we talked about a previous show where Raven kind of does comedy, but kind of tells stories. I know Duggan does that. And I've seen where it was Jake the Snake's birthday today. And I went on his website and he kind of like tours and does like, it's called like Laughs and Storytelling with Jake Roberts or something, it's just like, I'm sure they got great stories.
Oh God, could you imagine? Especially back, the mid 80s.
Yeah, they wrestled at least 300 days a year.
Could you imagine, like, not necessarily at a show, like, or whatever, but meeting Ric Flair at a bar and just talking to him about the shit he's seen and done?
Yeah, it would be awesome. If it was like 25 years ago, Ric Flair, it would be amazing.
Oh, yeah. You know who else would be amazing?
Trish Stratus.
Well, yeah. But I was thinking the Hurricane.
Oh my God.
Remember him?
And well, I'm going Eugene then. Leave it to Vince to take somebody like Gregory Helms who can wrestle and turn him into a superhero.
Yeah. But he kind of got over a little bit, didn't he?
I think so, right? For his gimmick, people just started liking him.
Yeah. But I think that it was more or less they started giving him more stupider and stupider shit, and he couldn't do it.
Okay, since we're talking about wrestling, what is better? Like, if you take the best tag team, it's nowhere near as good as the best like faction, right?
Well,
Like,
go ahead.
like Legion of Doom, are they better than the Four Horsemen?
No.
Or like NWO against Demolition.
Well, you got to say NWO was kind of a groundbreaking deal, as well as DX, Horseman, even Evolution a little bit.
Fabulous Freebirds.
I'll say this: I would take like the Rockers over Evolution.
Yeah, Evolution was. They were really, really, really trying to get Orton and Batista over.
Yeah.
And they did.
Yeah, it was kind of one of them things where they were trying to hope to catch a glimpse of that whole DX because, you had Shawn Michael, or no, I'm sorry, Triple H in there.
You had Flair with the Horsemen, so you had like kind of.
Yeah.
Trying to kind of integrate both of them at the same time. I don't know. I like it. I've always liked a good faction, which.
Give me your top two factions.
Got out of control.
Oh, God, everybody was in it.
Like, but you could kind of say, now that I look at it, the Hart Foundation was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
You got Bulldog, Owen, Brett, Jim Neidhart. I think one time even Brian Pillman was in it.
You put the Hart Foundation over, let's say, let's go with NWO at the original beginning.
No, I think NWO's. If I'm being brutally honest, the Four Horsemen were kind of before my time.
Mm-hmm.
When I was really small, it was really like Tully Blanchard and those guys had pretty much. It was pretty much just Arn Anderson and Flair wrestling once I really started watching. So, looking back, if you'd have asked me in 1998, I'm saying DX. But that was just because I was loyal to the brand. But the NWO, man, I think it single-handedly like revolutionized and killed it.
Yeah. Because there's always talks about like Hogan having the whole control over everything he does, but I think the ultimate helping of the downfall of WCW was the fact that you had everybody in the NWO.
Didn't they have? I know they had the Wolf Pack or like Red. Or whatever.
They were trying to get back to having it like a small faction. Because like everybody, like from Bret Hart to fucking Juventud Guerrero was in NWO. It was like, really?
Yeah, it was with the WWE Network. I like go back and watch some of these, and yeah, it was like a snake eating its own tail. They had it going. They had it good, man. And then it just spiraled out of control.
Yeah. at the most have 10 guys. 10. You have your big faction. Great. There was how many? I'm gonna Google it right now.
And nobody could get over, dude. Nash and Hogan and guys like that would not let anybody get over. That's what led like Jericho leaving and shit like that.
Sure. Ranking all 33 original NWO members. 33.
Original. Who was like the fourth to join? Maybe the Giant, like Paul White, the Giant, Big Show.
Okay, this is just members. All right.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it says founding member. It is Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Hulk Hogan / Hollywood Hogan, leader and founding member, leader of NWO Hollywood after split. So NWO not only had the Wolf Pack, they had NWO Hollywood. Then on August 26, 1996, hold on, okay? I'll give you the info here. Guess who it is? Just guess.
In 96?
It's not. It's not who you originally said.
Bischoff.
Everyone has a price.
Get out of here.
Ted DiBiase.
What?
Then on September 2nd, the Giant joined. Then 7 days later, NWO Sting.
Is there any way that DiBiase wrestled in the WCW?
I don't know.
I have no clue if he did or not. He had to be like here's our special enforcer dude.
Okay, I'm going back to the list. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Then you have Sean Waltman, 6, SYXX. He joined 7 days after Sting. Dude, it was like, I'm not shitting you. Okay. August 26th, Ted DiBiase joined. September 2nd, the Giant. 7 days later, NWO Sting. 7 days later, 6. 7 days later, Vincent. 7 days later, Miss Elizabeth.
Virgil.
Yes.
Dude, that's every Nitro they gained a member.
Yeah.
NWO.
Go ahead.
What about, I was thinking of another faction I just thought of. The other faction, right? The Nation of Domination.
Oh, dude, yeah.
You got Ron Simmons. You got The Rock, D'Lo Brown. You got The Godfather.
Yes.
Whomever you want to call him, Papa Shango, whatever. That was decent. They were pretty good.
I forgot about that. Real quick, back to NWO. I'm sorry.
No, I want to hear this.
They actually had an NWO Elite. Okay, so in the first year, I have... Hold on, I'm going to do a count here. There's at least 30 in the first year. 30 in the first year.
What were they thinking?
I'm sorry. Okay, I lied to you. I'm seeing original okay, I read this wrong. I was right on the 7 days period though. But 1998, Dusty Rhodes joined. Brian Adams, Scott Steiner, NWO Hollywood. Okay. You had Hollywood Hogan, Bischoff, The Disciple, Bret Hart. Dude, there's like a shit. Kurt Hennig, Buff Bagwell. Then you had NWO Wolfpack.
Didn't you have the Latino World Order at some point?
Well, then you had NWO Elite, January 4th, 1999, to April 1999. It only lasted a few months. The reunited NWO after the finger poke of doom, wrestling in the colors of NWO Wolfpack. It was Hogan, Nash, Hall, Bischoff, Bagwell, Steiner, Luger, Disco Inferno, Conan, David Flair, Torrie Wilson, Rick Steiner.
Wow.
So altogether, NWO 2000.
Oh,
Bret Hart, Jeff Jarrett, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, Scott Steiner, Ron Don Harris, Mark Johnson. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 incarnations of NWO. Dude, stop this right now. They have a celebrity wing.
of the NWO?
Yes.
If David Arquette's on there, I'm going to lose my mind.
Okay, first foremost, guess who it was?
First?
Dude, I will bet you.
Oh, Dennis Rodman.
No, I will bet you $1,000 you will not guess this.
Dennis Rodman.
Nope.
Okay, hold on. Let me guess here.
Oh, you're Googling it right now.
Chucky.
Nope. You ready for this? Kyle Petty.
Talk about a kiss of death, dude.
Joined in September 1996. Last ran NWO race car.
Who was next? Fucking Cale Yarborough?
Paul Gilmartin, dinner and movie host, one night only member, joined at Clash of Champions.
Good God.
Claude Mann, dinner and movie chef, one night only member, Clash of Champions. And then you ready for this? Okay. Named in 2017 as an honorary member. What? Kendall Jenner.
That hurts my head.
Yes.
Well, technically, when it was in the WWE, Shawn Michaels, I think, was in the NWO at one point.
Yes. Okay, we got time for this. We're rolling with this, right? Okay, yeah, hell yeah. So the list in WWE, the first, order is first villains, okay? This is the first incarnation of it. The original trio were brought in by Vince McMahon because he had to destroy his system. Hollywood Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall. Then I think they got rid of the Hulkster and brought in X-Pac and Big Show. Then they brought on Shawn Michaels and Booker T. Got rid of Booker T. It had pretty much Kevin Nash, Michaels, X-Pac, Big Show. Fifth, fan favorites, Hollywood Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall. Nash and Hall returned to celebrate Hogan's 61st birthday on the August 11, 2014 episode of Raw, and reuniting the original trio of WWE for the first time since 2002. Dude, my head hurts.
It is just reading that, you would go like, oh, this business failed. Yeah. This was a terrible idea. Because when you were reading who they added, it was like really bad. Some of those guys, like $1 Million Man at that point in his career, probably couldn't go. Then you add Virgil, whatever they called him in Vincent or whatever they call him in WCW. I mean, these are not talents.
Have you seen the pictures of him like pretty much selling blowjobs for $5 or something?
It's like called horrible. Like Lonely Virgil or something.
Yeah, it's insane.
Sad Virgil, Lonely Virgil. Yeah, it's always pictures of him at these conventions and there's nobody around. Why won't he do our show?
Do you think we'd have to pay him?
I feel like I might have emailed him.
Have you really?
Yes, because I'm like, I seen this picture. It looked like he was in the middle of a parking lot, sitting in a booth, and there's no one around, and it's not photoshopped, and it's like, Jesus, dude, Davenports on Sports, dude.
Yeah, why not?
Please, Virgil.
Yeah, we're trying to get you off suicide watch.
Okay, I've been kind of weary about bringing this up, man.
You got the Isaac Haas herp.
No, I use my hardwood wipes on the reg, but I don't want to get too much into it. Okay. But what do you think about Roseanne getting the axe, dude?
Okay. Everybody, here's the thing. Because here's the thing, we can't cancel our own show, right? Right, even if we were just the only ones listening, which we probably have been at times. Yes. Here's my thing. She said a joke. 10 years ago, everybody would have laughed, not been a big deal. Well, this ain't the back in the day. Well, I get it. Okay? Fucking everybody's got to be politically correct. What matters? Here's the thing. Dave Chappelle makes fun of us white guys all the time. And it's like, oh, it's acceptable because we enslaved them. No, it's just acceptable because you just want to fucking bitch. Now, what Roseanne said, who cares? What's your thoughts?
Well, we didn't discuss this beforehand.
No.
Okay, so Valerie Jarrett, she compared Valerie Jarrett, who's African American, to an ape. She said, Muslim Brotherhood and Planet of the Apes had a baby equals VJ. Valerie Jarrett.
Okay.
All right. Obviously, it was not good. It was a bad joke, but it was a joke. I'm not running to her defense. I'm just saying there was a time in America, especially in like the George Carlin late 70s up into the Andrew Dice Clay late 80s, where you could say anything you wanted to on stage if it was a joke. Now, if I feel like if she was up on stage and she was like, oh God, this Valerie Jarrett, she looks like Planet of the Apes, I think you would have got a few gaffes. You know, you got a few people walking out, but I don't think it would have got her show canceled. But being on Twitter, you can't take it as a joke, but man, okay. I think it's a scary time in the world when a comedian, regardless of what they say, and like I said, it's bad. What she said was not good, but it's a comedian.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's really dangerous if a comedian has to apologize for a joke. And this is not Kathy Griffin holding up a fake severed head that looks like Trump. There was no punchline there. Yeah. That was her being serious. Okay, so there was no joke. So obviously there's going to be some backlash, but I don't know. It just seems like I was just kind of looking, and you know, Howard Stern in 1995, when he was actually still worth a damn and not doing America's Got Talent and just being a shell of himself. When Selena got shot, do you remember who Selena was?
Yeah,
maybe?
I do.
When she got shot, he played a Selena song and he had gunshots playing in the background. And he got like fined and suspended, and then he had to apologize. And that's just like, that was about somebody's life. I could kind of see that. I don't know, man. I just don't think there should be any lines in comedy. When it comes to comedy, you should sometimes be offended.
Yeah, that's part of it. Here's the thing. I'm white, fat, and overweight. Make fun of me. Hey, you know what I mean? Who cares? Because I have a sense of humor.
Right. Well, the whole thing with it's been at least 7 or 8 years, but when Gilbert Gottfried, he was doing like the Affleck duck commercials. You remember that shit? And he got fired after he made a joke about the earthquake in Japan. He said, I forget. It was like he said Japan is really advanced or something because they don't have to go to the beach. The beach comes to them or something. And they fired him over that.
Really?
I was just thinking today of all the comics, maybe in like the last decade or so, maybe since the 90s, that have had to apologize or they've lost jobs over comments. And I think look, when Michael Richards blew up on stage, you remember that at the Laugh Factory, right?
Yeah.
When he was screaming at the black guys.
Yeah.
It really wasn't a joke. So it was really hard to come off like a joke. If he would have been, I think you can joke and say something like that, but it came off as a little hateful, but I don't know.
Sure.
It's really tough because like the last several weeks on the show, we've talked about how much we like the show and it's done. It's gone.
And Netflix will pick it up.
That's the first thing I thought of. It's like, why wouldn't they?
Yeah. You know what? Here in about a month, pick them up. Say, hey, start it all over, however you want to do. Buy it from ABC. You know what? People's going to watch it now.
Well, I mean, it was.
Let me ask you this. You don't.
Well, it was a hit.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, that's what it comes down to is just money. The end all be all. Now, here's the thing. To be fair, have you seen a picture of the chick?
Oh, God. Are we doing this? Are we going to. Oh, I don't know if I want to. What are we going to say about her?
I was just saying, have you seen? I haven't seen it.
Okay, I'm going to look at her right now. She's pretty white for a black gal.
Wait. You were worried about me, and you just said that.
She looks white.
So she has every right to be offended, Brandon.
I'm more offended now than ever.
Yeah. I'm offended that she's offended.
I feel like I'm offended by your offensiveness of being offended by that.
Yeah.
Is it because she served for Barack Obama?
Oh, yeah. Well, who else?
I'm trying to see pictures of her.
You need to quit being a racist.
I'm trying to see pictures. Dude, you have to see a picture of her.
Okay, to be
She
fair,
looks like a white girl that goes to Starbucks and wears Uggs.
I seen a picture earlier.
Was she eating a banana?
Yes, it's horrible. It was obviously photoshopped, maybe.
Wow, I wouldn't even guess she was. That would be like somebody calling me black. Dude, I mean, not to sound coarse, but she really just does look like a white lady.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Does she look like someone from the Planet of the Apes?
Maybe the Mark Wahlberg version. No, I meant no. No,
We just got shut down.
It's because I see her as white.
Yeah.
My eyes don't see color.
Yes.
But if they did, they see white.
They see black.
I could see how an African American person would be offended, very offended by that what she said. But you know what? Get over it. Move on with your life.
Well, my thing is, I hate being called a cracker, and I hate crackers. So why can't I be offended about that?
Or a honky.
Yeah, I never went to the honky tonk.
Do they have a truly racist word that really would trigger a white person though, for real?
White privilege.
White privilege. I could feel how that could like run up my spine a little bit if I was like first in line somewhere for something and they're like, oh, white privilege.
Really?
We're from a generation that really doesn't look at color like that. So I mean,
here's the thing: this newer generation, they do, and it's crazy because everybody's got to have a reason to be offended.
Yeah, and I try to do just the opposite. You got to let it slide, man. Comedy is. I don't know, man. I love comedy. I love stand-up comics, and hell, you got to go back now to watch anything with anybody pushing the envelope.
Well, yeah, because they're gonna obviously be worried that they're gonna lose their job.
Crazy. I wanted to comment on it. It just seemed. I think you fine her or suspend her. I was just really shocked that you're done. You're canceled.
Yeah, it's going to get canceled. Netflix or somebody's going to pick it up. And here in about 6 months, they're going to be making a shit ton of money.
Rosanna the Apes. Planet of the Connors.
Yes. Kind of feel bad for Dan Connor now.
I know. We don't watch a whole lot of sitcoms, and that was one we watched and enjoyed, and it's kind of a bummer. But I mean, obviously, she kind of did it to herself, I guess. Got to watch what you say now, even if
Yeah.
you're a comic, which totally is ridiculous.
It totally blows my mind.
Twitter, man, don't. She would have not had a Twitter account, everything would be fine. There's people just on Twitter just trying to find something that hurts their feelings.
So okay, I got a question. Who do I need to tweet and what?
I say you tweet freaking Brian Pillman Jr., Flying Brian Jr. I want Flying Brian on the show. No, trying to think. Who could we bash? I don't know. Who's a good target?
I don't know. I mean, do we go big or do we go like mid-level? Because we're doing it live right now.
Oh God. No, we want somebody kind of big, but big enough, but small enough that maybe we could get a reply.
So do we go? I don't know.
Robin Williams.
I don't think we're getting a reply from him.
I know. I text him all the time. Nothing. He's a dick, apparently.
We got to text or tweet Roseanne Barr.
Yeah, come on the show.
Yeah, talk about it.
Talk about your favorite Planet of the Apes movie.
Yeah, me personally, it was the second one.
I think the reboots are good.
You know, I've not seen that. I've seen the first one.
Yeah, with James Franco.
Yeah.
I liked that one.
Yeah, he turned into the Green Goblin.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler. So okay, who do we need to tweet?
I don't know. We need help from the listeners.
Yes.
Are we going to tweet something positive? You should tweet something positive to Roseanne.
Okay, let's see if she even has Twitter yet.
And we like Ambien, and we'll take all your Ambien if you don't want it.
Okay, let me go find her.
You made her do it.
Okay, I'm here. The real Roseanne. Okay, I'm gonna go on. She's supposed to delete it.
Right, but she's been tweeting like crazy. So you're on Twitter.
Okay.
Sports Network.
Yes, and I have at the real Roseanne. And what am I typing? Do we ask her to come on the show next week?
Yes, sure. No. Tell her that. I don't know, man.
Do we tell her that we enjoy the Planet of the Apes films just like her?
Right. That sounds right. That ought to not get us blacklisted somewhere. Blacklisted? African American listed. Twitter's dangerous.
Okay, it's tweeted.
Oh my God.
No, I didn't.
Oh, come on.
Do I?
No. Yeah, it's too big of a buildup now.
Yeah, I know.
I think we create Twitter accounts like Colangelo did for the Sixers. Do you think he really did that?
Tell me the story. What happened?
The owner for the Sixers, some Colangelo jabroni, they think that he has created multiple Twitter accounts as random made up people. And he's like trash talked players and people in like coaching staff and stuff to kind of try to like get at him a little bit. And some of his tweets that I've seen, he like really is like when people try to dog Colangelo, he's like, no, he's a classy guy. He's a stand-up guy. And But that's the story right now. The NBA is looking into it. They're saying that they think there's too much information on there that only he would know that he's let out. And he's on there talking shit to players and all kinds of shit. It was nuts. It's nuts.
Well, I too have created a fake Twitter account.
I was thinking about doing Facebook. I've just 7 more so we could get the 300 followers.
Wait to tell our future goals and how we're going to achieve it, Brandon.
Well, I could just write them all down, write every password down, just create like 200 accounts.
Yeah.
And then just, get 500 followers in a day. We just blow up.
Now, like I said, I created one and I kind of caused a controversy. You can find me at the Real Roseanne Bar. At the Real Roseanne Bar. I'm sorry. This went off the rails.
That's okay. It's all right. That's how it usually goes at the end.
Yeah, hell, it's been fun. It's been fun.
Yes. Well, we've been trying to, we're going to try to post a poll every day, but show days, so every day, but Tuesday, we're going to have polls at 5:00. So check them out. We got some good upcoming ones. And I think they're cool. I enjoy them.
Real quick, Demarius Randall. Have you heard about that?
I have Newt.
He says if the Cleveland Cavaliers, he is a safety for the Cleveland Browns. If the Cleveland Cavaliers win the 2018 finals, okay, I'll buy everyone who retweets this a jersey. Yes, he just got retweeted. And let's see how many. He is almost at 1 million retweets.
Good God.
So let's say an average NBA jersey's what, $200?
Well, let's say he gets you the knockoff one. Let's say, because I went to like Dick's and looked at Dick's Sporting Goods, that is.
Yeah.
And they had, I think their LeBron jerseys were running at 70 and they were 40% off. And I was like, ugh.
Well, you gotta think. I guarantee you, before he even said that, he has a deal with some sort of, you know what I mean, jersey company.
Yeah, you're at least, I would say at the very least, $100.
So, did you go to Dix.com, you said?
Well, I go to Dick's. I walk around Dick's.
Here's what's awkward. Okay? You ready?
All right.
So, I figured I wanted to go to their superstore. All right? Let's just say BigDicks.com is not the superstore.
Right. It's wider, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Girthier.
I don't know. Like I said, he's gonna owe a lot of shirts if they win.
Well, clearly, yes, $1 million. If they cost a fucking $1 each, he's goddamn.
Well, guess who's gonna be getting one? Davenports Sports Network.
We could raffle it,
dude. Yes, I'm going back and I'm double retweet. It's retweeted.
Can you double retweet a tweet? Double tweet?
I don't know. I'm gonna try it.
Hell yeah. Tweet out. Tweet all over yourself.
I just tweeted everywhere.
Oh.
All right. Well, hey, no, sorry, I was retweeting again.
You did do it.
No, I just retweeted the retweet. I don't know if that counts.
We'll see.
Yeah, if we get 2 jerseys, we'll raffle them off. So, well, you ready to jam out? You good?
Yeah, let's do this. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Follow us, like us, share us,
love us.
Go to Dick's.
Go to BigDicks.com.
Yeah, dude, if that's real, that's gonna make porn in every episode.
I'm Googling it after we get off. Hey, yeah, I know. Thanks everybody for coming on and listening. Thanks, Brandon. And we're going to rock out to City Mouse. This is Terminal Disease.
See you guys.
Your life don't apply to me. I treat mine like a terminal disease. It don't matter. Stay on, yes, no matter where you wanna go. Two hats, a noisier than one is too many. Things unsaid and done, I can't stand you. Flying through my head when I'm fighting. Enough with myself. 'Cause my life, it's a terminal disease. I'm no siren, I'm no emergency. I don't want you trying to understand. Don't worry, I wouldn't do the same for you. Your life don't apply to me. I treat mine like a terminal disease. It don't matter. Stay on, yes, no matter what you think to have. Noisier than one is too many. Things unsaid and done, I can't stand you. Flying through my head when I'm fighting. I'm enough with my life. Terminal disease, I'm no siren, no emergency. I don't want you trying to understand. Don't worry, I wouldn't do the same for you. 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 I wouldn't do the same for you.